Let's play ball here at F&B Field. The Fightins and the Harrisburg Senators are tied at 1 win apiece here in the 6-game set. Yesterday it was all Harrisburg. They won 8-2 on 12 hits. The Fightin Phils only RBIs came from Aldrum Corridor with a double in the 8th inning, but they had good two-hit days out of Vito Frecia and Kevin Vicuña, so we look to get back in the saddle today as we play the Washington Nationals AA affiliate for the third of 6 times this week. It'll be the battle of the Southpaws today as lefty Ethan Lindau will see lefty Tim Cate here to start things off. Cate throwing to Brady Lindsley back behind the plate as he got the day off yesterday, but back in the saddle today. Trey Harris out in left, Jack Dunn in center, and Justin Connell in right. Gilbert Lara over at the hot corner. Jackson Clough at short. Darren Baker remains at second, and Omar Marahildo stays in the lineup at first after a banger day yesterday, capping it off with a big 3-run home run in the 7th. Johann Rojas will stay in that leadoff spot for the Fightin Phils. Kevin Vicuña batting second. Wendell Rijo in the 3-hole. And Aldrum Corridor will be cleaning it up today as Jalen Ortiz has the morning off. McCarthy Tatum in the designated hitter spot batting 5th. Carlos De La Cruz moves up a little bit. He'll be batting 6th. Herbert Iser makes his AA debut, even though he's already been up in AAA this season and last season. And he's helping us up in the catcher position as Vito Frecia gets a day off today. Jonathan Guzman batting 7th, and Sal Gazzo enters the lineup, rounding out the starting 9. Ryan DeBrouwer will be calling the balls and strikes back behind the plate. Crew chief Matt Carleone down the first baseline, and Ethan Gorzak shifts to third. The umpires in their baby blues today. A day game to help you break up the workday. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Lemon Messina, bringing you all the action here from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, as the AA Phillies take on the AA Nationals. Fightins fall 4 games back, slipping to 17 and 18 here in the second half, but they look to right the ship into 500 baseball. As Johann Rojas steps deep into the righty batter's box, the lefty Tim Cate comes set. Glove at the waist, arms outstretched. Now he turns his body and kicks and fires here inside. The first pitch, a called strike at 12:01 p.m. A nice 81 degrees out and a slight breeze, 8 miles an hour going out of the park. Portland has a day game today as Rojas swings through strike 2, so we'll be monitoring their action against Richmond. They've walked off the Flying Squirrels on back-to-back nights, and that's how they get 4 games in front of us above first place. So we'll keep notice of that game as well. And the Phillies have a day game. They'll be starting at 1 o'clock, too. Rojas chops this down the third baseline foul. And he keeps his 0-2 count. Everybody else in the farm system has night games. Lehigh Valley getting the 7 o'clock start, and Clearwater and Jersey Shore both slated for 6:30. Reading looking to get back into the win column today. They'll have a true starter in Ethan Lindau to try to carry them through this game as Rojas takes a swinging strike. There is out number 1 here to start off the first inning. Here's Kevin Vicuña having a good series, another 2 hits in the contest yesterday, a run scored. So I finally got insight on why they keep playing that number 2 when he comes up to bat. It's because he's batting second, and it's some kind of sponsored thing. Ground ball at short. Third base, Gilbert Lara across the diamond. And there is out number 2. Here's Wendell Rijo. Tim Cate struggling with injuries earlier this season. Began the season in AA, but a strained lat muscle put him on the injured list. So back here with Harrisburg after 17 2/3 innings of work with a 9.68 ERA. First pitch to Rijo from the right side, a called strike to start him off. At one point, Cate was rated a top prospect in the system, had the best curveball coming into this season and the best control coming into the season in Washington's system. As Rijo takes another strike, 2 outs very quickly here in the top of the first scoreless at F&B Field in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Kate comes set, and the lefty bounces this over the plate, chips it into his catcher's mask. And the count moves to 1-2. Harrisburg will stay in their home whites after a big win yesterday. The red caps with the H logo on the front. The Fightin Phils wear their road gray pants and the navy jersey tops with the Fightin's cursive across the front. And the alternate cap that's navy and red with the retro R logo. 2 outs, top of the first, no score. Here's the 1-2 from Tim Kate. Rijo goes down swinging on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, and a quick 1-2-3 inning out of Tim Kate will send us into the bottom of the first, scoreless here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Tim Kate needs just 9 pitches to sit down the side in the order in the top of the first. So now we'll see what Ethan Lindau can do. He'll be throwing to Herbert Iser, who is helping us out this week with the promotion of Jack Conley up to Jersey Shore, as Rafael Marchand and Donnie Sands are both on the injured list. And Herbert Iser getting his first AA start here today. Kevin Vicuña out in left field, Johann Rojas in center, and Carlos de la Cruz in right. Rijo and Guzman on the left side of the infield, Gazzo and Corridor on the right. The lefty, a first pitch strike here to Jack Dunn, taking over the top of the lineup with Rudy Martin on the injured list. Or not on the injured list, excuse me, on the off day today. Darren Baker batting second, Trey Harris in the 3-hole, and Israel Pineda, the designated hitter, batting 4th. There's another swinging strike to Jack Dunn. He's down 0-2. Justin Connell batting 5th, Jackson Clough batting 6th, and then Omar Marahildo, Brady Lindsley, and Gilbert Lara also due up in this frame. Ball and 2 strikes here. Ethan kicks and fires. This is lined into right field. It's going to drop alongside of De La Cruz in fair territory. He tracks it all the way to the corner and sends it in quickly. But a double for Jack Dunn to start things off here for the Harrisburg Senators. Yesterday they plated a run in the first inning and they never looked back, taking the Fightin Phils 8-2. And here is Darren Baker with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Camp day, I assume here in Harrisburg, there's about one big group of campers, kind of a light crowd here in an afternoon game. They do have a big group down the right field line as well. But the energy is here. It's definitely louder than it's been in the past few days, which is always nice. Ethan out of the stretch here with a runner on second. He'll look back and come home to Darren Baker, who shows signs of bunt. Doesn't make contact. He does take a first pitch strike. 2 for 5 yesterday was Baker, 2 singles and a pair of strikeouts. Jack Dunn a leadoff double. He's out on second. 6 stolen bases in 11 attempts. This is a line drive into right field. Reaching up and getting a glove on it is De La Cruz. Covers a lot of ground with his 6'8" frame to put a glove on it and make the catch, keeping Dunn out at second. Here is Trey Harris with one away. Lindau had arguably the best start of his career last time out. He had the longest start for sure, 7 innings of ball, just giving up 7 hits and 2 runs. No walks allowed. Really, really impressive, picking up his 3rd win of the season. Big weak contact, guys. 7 groundouts, 9 flyouts in the start. This is chipped over to second. Gazzo is going to make the play onto corridor. There is out number 2. Jack Dunn does shift to third base. Here's Israel Pineda. Longest that Lindau's been out there innings-wise is that 7. And pitch count-wise, 93 offerings, although he didn't need that in his 7 innings. It took him only 73 pitches, so we'll see what today brings here. He's got a runner 90 feet from home plate with 2 outs on the board, trying to pitch a clean first frame and get out of the inning as he comes home to Pineda. First pitch ball. Bright and sunny day, 81 degrees. There are a couple clouds in the sky, but very few. And a slight breeze pushing out to left field. Lefty hits the strike zone, 1-1. No score here, bottom of the first inning. Out at F&B Field. Jack Dunn out on third after a leadoff double. Moved over on the ground out. Here's Israel Pineda with 2 outs. The 1-1 way inside. 2 balls and a strike. Herbert Iser's been back behind the plate 24 times this season. He's caught 8 runners stealing. Big swing and a miss out of Pineda. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Made just 1 error in the field, helped turn 2 double play balls. This is popped up out to left field. Vicuña tracking it down. He'll put a glove on to end the inning. Harrisburg gets a leadoff double, but they strand him out on the base pass. Scoreless, we go into the top of the second at F&B Field.
The Reading Fightin Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Scoreless into the top of the second here. Very efficient inning for both starters. Lindau needed 12 pitches, and Tim Cate just 9. Sent down the side in order in the first, so we'll see what the second brings. Aldrum, Corridor, McCarthy, Tatum, and Carlos De La Cruz due up here in this frame. Corridor having a good series against his former team. Spent all of last year here batting .257 in the 92 games with 19 doubles and 9 homers, and at the end of the season elected free agency and was picked up by the Phillies. First pitch overhead, ball 1. 3 for 7 with 2 doubles, a home run, and 3 RBIs. He's also walked twice. Sure, very comfortable here in this park. Lefty-lefty matchup. Takes ball 2. Cate keeps his arms fully outstretched, finding his grip. Then he brings it close to his chest. Comes home for the full windup. 3 balls, no strikes as he misses inside. And 4-pitch walk here to start off the second. That's the first free pass issued to the Fightins today, and they'll get their first base runner in Aldrum Corridor. As he jogs down to second, here is McCarthy Tatum. Tatum walked twice yesterday, also flew out to left field twice. But in Tuesday's game, his first Double-A game this season, had a bang-up 3-hit contest, capping it off with a 3-run home run in a 2-hit ninth. He takes a first pitch strike inside. No score here, top of the second. Love a good day game, especially when we're on the road. It's lots of fun. That hits the inside corner, 0-2. Phillies getting a day game start as well. Kyle Gibson on the rubber. They had a fantastic 4-3 win yesterday thanks to a late push by Kyle Schwarber, and Sir Anthony Dominguez picked up the save. They've now won 7 straight. Tatum takes a pitch inside. Ball and 2 strikes. Looking forward to following them in today's contest. Tatum chases the pitch down and away. And there is out number 1 here in the second. Strikeout number 3 for Tim Cate. Carlos De La Cruz will head up to the plate. Tim Cate's been through a lot in his early career. Just 24 years old. Went to the University of Connecticut and ended up being drafted in the second round in 2018. De La Cruz chips this into right field. Corridor is going to move over to second. A single for Carlos De La Cruz, the first hit of the game for the Fightins. Moves Corridor into scoring position here with Herbert Iser. Second rounder is Tim Cate. Played for the USA Collegiate National Team, played in the Cape Cod League, and ended up having Tommy John surgery in high school, so that is already behind him. Then in his second season of minor league ball, ended up being the Nationals Minor League Pitcher of the Year. First in strikeouts with 139, and first in wins with 11, and second in innings pitch 143 as Iser takes a first pitch ball. Second season in Double-A. Iser sends this foul into the stands. The count evens 1-1. Herbert 266 on the season in 37 games played across Clearwater, Jersey Shore, and Lehigh Valley, recording 29 hits, 4 doubles, and 2 home runs, and 15 RBIs. But when guys make their Double-A debut, they tend to have a lot of success we've seen this season. As he chips it back, foul. Iser, a true lefty here. Also, Aldrum Corridor, a lefty, and then Salgazzo, the switch hitter. I imagine we see him from the right side against the lefty Tim Cate, but lefties much better chance against Cate. They bat .367 to the righties .314 average against. Corridor on second, De La Cruz on first. 1 out here. Top of the second, Herbert Iser sends this deep to left field. It hangs up in the sky, and Harris gets a glove on it. Man, that just died up in the air. People wanted it in the cheap seats, though. I'm not calling them that. That's actually what they're labeled. They're labeled the Ollie's Good Stuff cheap seats. And even though the wind is blowing out of that way, just didn't get enough on it. A long out number 2. And here's Jonathan Guzman. Fightins trying to get on the board early here. A leadoff walk and a single puts 2 on. And now 2 out, scoreless in the top of the second. Do have the TrackMan data up today And I can see that the exit speed of that was 85 miles an hour, so not quite enough juice. Guzman takes the first pitch inside. Here's the 1-0. Sky high out right field line, coming back, the first baseman in foul territory. He just can't get to it in time, and that is just strike to Jonathan Guzman, down 1-2. Corridor on second, De La Cruz on first. Both teams have a hit, no runs across early in this contest. Kate working out of the stretch here on the first base side of the rubber. Got this ball in his left hand dangling. Now he comes set and find his grip. Guzzi takes a pitch inside. 1-2. Sends it back, foul into the net behind home plate. Kids and fans alike still coming into this ball game. Nice day game to break up the week, and thanks for tuning in. Tune in during your work day. Hopefully can entertain you for a couple hours. 2 outs, 2 runners on, the 2-2. Misses just inside. Good take there by Jonathan Guzman to make this count full. And it was inside according to the TrackMan data. Runners going. Guzman sends it foul over the head of Sean Williams down the third baseline. Michael Jones coaching at first today, as always. Runners setting up again with 2 outs. They will go on contact. Reading trying to get the first run on the board, and a scoreless top of the second. 2 on, 2 out, the payoff pitch. Ground ball left side. Jackson Clough's going to go over to first. It's a good throw for out number 3. The Fightins get a hit and 2 base runners, but they strand him on. Into the second we go, tied at 0.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Fightin' Phils get 2 base runners on, and they can't bring a run across, so 0-0 into the bottom of the second inning. Ethan Lindau will see Justin Connell, a first pitch ball inside. Jackson Clough and Omar Marahildo also due up in this frame. 12 pitches under his belt. And he misses inside to the righty, 2-0. Ground ball foul. That's the first strike of the AB. Made a roster move early this morning. Carlo Reyes sent to Jersey Shore as Tyler McKay comes off the injured list, and this is bobbled by Jonathan Guzman. Very rare bobble by the league leading shortstop, and an error will allow Justin Connell to reach. Fielded it, and it just popped up and out of his glove, and it looks like maybe it clipped his finger a little bit there to waving his right hand in the wind. And an error does allow a runner to reach here. 3 consecutive games with an error for the Fightin Phils. Actually, both teams have made an error in every game this series. So we'll see what this brings. Ground ball right side. They catch him in a rundown here. Actually, I think it was a line drive. And they're double him up. A good play by the first baseman, Aldrum Corridor. He manages to catch that before it touched the ground. And they catch Justin Connell off the bag. He actually runs him down all the way to second. And that gets rid of the error there. So no problem for Jonathan Guzman as his first baseman makes a really good play. Line out double play. We've seen that a lot this season. You know, yesterday we were watching the Phillies game on the way back from the ballpark, and there was a moment where Brandon Marsh was off the bag at third and he got tied up. This is taken way to right field. It's just if it's fair or foul, and it is foul into the picnic area. And Marihildo's count evens 1-1. And the guys on, I think it was MLB Network, because it wasn't the Phillies guys, were really digging into Marsh. They kept saying, that's bad base running, that's bad base running. And the thing of it is, when it's a tight game like that, you're trying to be aggressive. You're trying to do everything you can to come home on a pass ball, a wild pitch, even a ground out. And so, you know, sometimes stuff like that happens. Yeah, should he have been closer to the bag? Of course. But I don't think it's as, you know, bad as people make it seem. I mean, you're taking a lead, right? And you don't expect a really good catch like that sometimes to be made, and it just happens. And sometimes things just happen. That's part of sports. This is fouled into the stands. A full count here with 2 outs. So that double play put 2 on the board. Erased the runners on the base path. And Omar Marihildo fighting here. And there is a walk. Lehman misses outside. It's the first walk, Lindau, both lefties. First walk issued by Ethan Lindau as Marihildo jogs down to first. Here's the catcher, Brady Lindsley. Lindsley hanging on above the Mendoza line. 2-0-2 for the catcher here. Trading off positions with him and Israel Pineda, who's in as the DH today. First pitch strike here to the lefty catcher. Got quite a number of true lefties in their lineup. No switch hitters, though. A ball and a strike, 2 outs, and a runner on first. This pitch is inside. Good stop there by Herbert Iser. Keep it in front of him. No score here, bottom of the second. Harrisburg has had a base runner on in both innings so far, and just seeing if Lindau can keep it scoreless here. Runner on first, Marihildo shuffling off the bag. This is fouled back as the count evens 2-2. Lindau has a good vantage point of the runner on first. He's going to go over to the bag, just let him know he's keeping an eye on him. A lefty can see first base very well, obviously. With 2 outs, Marildo is going to be running on contact here. We've seen Harrisburg be very aggressive on the base pass. They don't get a lot of base runners, so they have to be. This is blooped into center field. It drops in the Bermuda Triangle as both Guzman goes out and both Vicuña and Rojas come in, and just nobody can get to it in time. Brady Lindsay gets credit for a hit. Marildo shifts to second, and now there's 2 on and 2 out here for Gilbert Lara. Everybody made a really good effort. I mean, all 3 of those guys, excellent runners, and it's just really no man's land there in shallow left center. First pitch strike here to the number 9 batter. Lara did not play in yesterday's game, but we did see him on Tuesday as he checks his swing. They say he doesn't go around 1-1. 1 for 3 in the contest on Tuesday. Out on second, Marildo after walking Lindsley with a single to move him over. 2 on and 2 out. And this is a fly ball into right field. Crowd thinks it's deeper than it's not. It's about midway into the outfield. De La Cruz puts a glove on it, and that will end the frame. 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 error. And Harrisburg strands 2 on. Scoreless into the 3rd we go.
Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles' flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Ethan Lindau pitched around a couple of base runners to keep this scoreless going into the top of the 3rd. Salgazzo, Johann Rojas, and Kevin Vicuña all due up in this frame against the lefty Tim Cate. Gazzo, the switch hitter, is going to bat from the right side. Lays down a bunt, but it goes foul. 0-1. 29 pitches for Tim Cate coming into this frame. He's allowed 1 hit and 1 walk so far. And Sal's really been upping it in the second half. Had a solid go around in his last 10 games, batting .257. He's going to line this over the head of the shortstop for a base hit. Gazzo gets himself on first to lead off the 3rd as Reading goes back to the top of the order. Here's Johann Rojas. Sal also very impressive in day games, about 100 points higher in his batting average in day games, .265 compared to .183. Very impressive player. He's been really fun to watch lately. Shuffles off the bag at first. Laying down an aggressive bunt is Johann Rojas. He practically pushes it all the way to first base, but he sacrifices himself and moves Guzman into scoring position, which was the goal, so he does get credit for that sacrifice. And now Sal is in scoring position here for Kevin Vicuña. Even a base hit could bring him in here, and more than capable of trying to take third, which is quite possible here. He's already had one stolen base last series. Shuffle off the bag at second as Kevin sends this into left field. Guzman coming home, and the Fightin' Phils of the first run of the game. Vicuña doubles home Sal Guzman. Reading leads 1-0. And now you can see how important the sac bunt there. Would he have scored from first? I'm not sure. And if anything, it would have been a serious play at the plate. Instead, he's able to come home easily for second. And Kevin Vicuña gets the first RBI of the game. Reading leads 1-0. And the inning continues with a runner on second here and just one out. Here is Wendell Rijo. Cate steps off, looking at Kevin out on second. He's had 8 stolen bases, but he's also been caught 6 times. Top of the third, Reading leads 1-0 over Harrisburg. And finally a pitch comes home here to Wendell Rijo for a strike. He struck out swinging his first time up. Ball and a strike. Rijo leading the team in batting average, .268, and he's coming up there on Aldrum Corridor in the RBI categories as well. He takes an aggressive swinging strike, 1 and 2. He has 42 ribbies, and Corridor leads the team with 49. Ortiz has 40. Kevin Vicuña out on second, just one out here in the third. Cate's trying to catch him off the bag. He slides back in safely. Good effort by Tim Cate, and he just got his leg right underneath. But that's step off number 2 of the at-bat, and Kevin's going to be aware of that. Manager Sean Williams facing the outfield, ready to wave his runner home. Reading a 1-0 lead. Vicuña doubled home Guzman. Rijo takes a ball inside, evening the count at 2. Cate deals inside, a called strike 3. Rijo caught looking, and there is out number 2 on the board. Here's Aldrum Corridor. Corridor, a runner on second and 2 outs, walked in his last at-bat. Try to give the Phils more than a 1-run lead. He takes a first pitch strike inside. There's one above the letters, 1-1. Reading 1 run on 3 hits. They've made an error in the field. No runs on 2 hits for the Harrisburg Senators here in the top of the third inning. Vicuña out on second. There's 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 from Cate. Corridor holds off on a called strike. Kids are very into this game. It's a lot of fun to have them in the crowd here today, making some noise, even though they are cheering on Harrisburg. Runner going the 1-2, smoked foul into the walkway. That wraps all the way around the ballpark. This is up the third baseline, and Kevin's going to have to go back. Runner on second, 2 outs, top 3. Aldrum sends this back foul again. Working into the pitch count here of the starter, Tim Cade, who's up to 43 offerings right now. He had a really quick first inning, and in the second and third, he's seen traffic on the base pass. He threw a 20-pitch second after a 9-pitch first. And it'll be over 20 pitches here in the third inning. 1-2, bounces over the plate. Lindsley keeps it in front of him. The count evens 2-2. Corder close to the lefty batter's box. Another ball inside, blocked by Lindsley's chest protector. And now he has worked the count full. Walked in his first at-bat, trying to get on board here in his second and keep the line moving. McCarthy Tatum in the on-deck circle. Kevin Vicuña doubled home Sal Gazzo. That's how he got on second. Runner going on the payoff pitch. Right to the first baseman on 2 hops, making the play unassisted is Marahildo, and that will end the inning, but not before the Fightin' Phils score a run. Sal Gazzo crosses the plate to make it 1-0 as we head into the bottom of the third here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
When the Ready Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klingers on Cressonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Fightins get on the board first as Vicuña sends home Sal Gazzo, so they lead 1-0 into the bottom of the third inning. Ethan Lindau will see the top of the order. Jack Dunn, a first pitch ball and then a strike at the knees. Darren Baker and Trey Harris also due up in the frame. This is sent foul, 1-2. Fightin' Phils, 1 run on 3 hits. They've made an error in the field, no runs on 2 hits for Harrisburg in front of the home crowd here. This is a ground ball deep in the hole at short. Guzman makes a good play over to first, recovers well after that error in the last frame, and keeps his cool to put out number 1 on the board, although they go around the horn and the ball goes into the outfield there. But they get it back in quickly. And here is Darren Baker. Ground ball, right side. Sal Gazzo gobbles it up and sends it on over. A quick 2 outs there for Ethan Lindau, trying to keep the Phils 1-run lead. And here is Trey Harris. First pitch inside, ball one. There's a called strike, 1-1. Lindau finding his groove here in the third inning. Two quick ground balls. Just misses outside, 2-1. This is lined into the group area in right field. Evens the count 2-2. Their netting only goes about to the first and third bases. And then there's no netting beyond that, which I find interesting. Same setup as Erie's ballpark. And honestly, it just scares me. The 2-2 sent back, foul. The ball comes so fast off the bat these days. I mean, 100+ miles an hour sometimes. And even if you really are paying attention, there's just not enough time to react, especially if you're holding a beer and a hot dog like you should be. Here's the 2-2, popped up right side. Corridor going back, takes a step into the outfield grass and makes the catch in fair territory. A 1-2-3 inning for Ethan Lindau as he sits down the Harrisburg Senators. Reading leads 1-0 into the fourth. We go.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Reading leads 1-0 here entering the fourth inning. Got to give a big shout out to Adam Briscoe. If you've been to Reading, you know the Briscoe Disco. He's tuning in to the broadcast and appreciate your support. And wish you were at the ballpark revving the crowds up here. Lots of Phillies fans out there. Not too far from Citizens Bank Park. A lot of jerseys up there and hats all around. And it's nice to see that hometown support here on the road. Tim Cate will get another inning of work. He will see McCarthy Tatum, Carlos De La Cruz, and Herbert Iser in the fourth inning. Reading leads 1 run on 3 hits. And no runs on 2 hits for the Harrisburg Senators. Tim Cate facing home plate. Brings his arms out, now back in. And the first pitch to McCarthy Tatum comes in for a called strike. Phillies start in about 15 minutes. Kyle Gibson on the rubber. Rest of the affiliates have night games. 0-1. Popped up. It's going to come on the roof above us, I think. Can hear it smack up there. And the count moves to 0-2. Phillies have won 7 straight. They look to keep that streak alive at home against the Miami Marlins. This ricochets off the roof, drops down into the stands, and rolls around. He'll keep his count. 2 levels of seating here. I'm on the top row in the suite section. Then there's about 15 rows that extend down to the concourse level, and 15 rows beneath that go down to the field. Everything is raised off the field level, though. Nobody's sitting right at the ballpark as McCarthy Tatum takes a called strike on the corner, and he'll be rung up to put out number 1 on the board here in the top of the first. Strikeout number 5 for Tim Cate. Here is Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz, a single his last time up, takes a first pitch strike. Kate up to 50 offerings here. 51 is popped up to the second baseman. Waving everybody off is Darren Baker as the ball comes into his glove for out number 2. Here's the catcher, Herbert Iser, with 2 outs on the board. Iser flew out to left field his first time up. The ball got hung up in the sky. Now he lines right into the glove of the first baseman, Marahildo, who's even surprised that he caught that. It came out so quickly, actually 100 miles an hour off the bat, which is very impressive, but it just ends up right where you don't want it to be, into the glove of the defense. And the Fightin' Phils go down in order in the top of the 4th onto the bottom half. They lead by 1.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Fightins go down in order in the top of the 4th inning, so quickly on to the bottom half with Ethan Lindau. Right, he is not allowed a run through 3 innings of work, just 2 hits and a walk. He'll see Israel Pineda, Justin Connell, and Jackson Clough with 42 pitches under his belt. Pineda takes a first pitch ball. Lefty to the righty who takes an aggressive swinging strike, almost knocks his helmet off his head, as the count evens at 1 apiece. Another swing and a miss, and Ethan gets ahead 1-2. Reading's run came back in the 3rd inning. Gazzo singled, and then Kevin Vicuña drove him home with the double. That's how Reading leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Ethan looking to keep it this way as a 1-2 comes in the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ethan sends a pitch that curves down and away from Pineda, and he cannot make any contact. So on out number 1 is the first strikeout of the game for Ethan Lindau. Getting his outs in all different kinds of ways. Couple in the air, couple on the ground, and a big line-out double play back in the 2nd. But there's his first strikeout of the game for out number 1 in the 4th. And here is Justin Connell, who takes the first pitch ball. Starting to get warm here, 85 degrees, the sun shining overhead. Couple of clouds in the sky. Not enough to block the sun. Lots of guys with the sunglasses and the eye black out there, especially Wendell Rijo down at third. Guzman at short. There's a called strike, 2-1. Wind still blowing, just a little breeze out of the ballpark from right to left. Nothing that's really going to impact this game. This clips the inside corner. Good call there by the home plate umpire, Brian DeBrouwer. Started the season as a fill-in, but slated in a regular rotation, and haven't seen too many issues with him this season. One out on the board. Here's the 2-2. Gets a piece of it to stay alive. Starting lineup coming out for the Phillies. Schwarber leading off. Hoskins, Bohm, and Derek Hall in that cleanup spot in the DH role. Here's the 2-2 from Lindau. Slow roller. Salgazzo barehands it. The flip play. It's no good as Connell dives in head first. He'll get a hit. Fantastic effort by Salgazzo at second. He did everything he could to make that play. It got stuck on that infield grass, and it just slowly rolled to second. He barehanded it, and he made a really good throw to Aldrin, but that head first dive by Connell gets him in safely, and he will get credit for the hit there as Harrisburg gets a runner on, and one out here for Jackson Clough. Nick Castellanos batting fifth, Bryson Stott in the sixth hole, and then Segura, Stubbs, and Matt Vierling rounding out the 7 through 9 with Kyle Gibson on the rubber. JT Romero having the night off with Garrett Stubbs getting the start. That's always fun. Jackson Clough takes the first pitch ball. He lined out into a double play his last time up. Lindau would love that here with a runner on first and one out. Steps off, and now he settles back in on the first base side. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Clough takes a strike, 1-1. Going to be a big starter day for the Phillies. They had to dig deep into their bullpen yesterday. Ended up using 6 pitchers, although with McKay coming back, they have a fresh arm available. This is a fly ball out to right. Coming over and making the catch is De La Cruz for out number 2. Connell remains on first. Here's Omar Marahildo. Yesterday, the starter, Reyes, had the best start of his career. 7 innings of shutout baseball. And they only needed 2 pitchers to finish out that game. And so they'll have a little bit more wiggle room in the bullpen today. Reading leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Out on first is Justin Connell. Marahildo up at the plate. This is popped up into shallow center field. Coming over, tracking it in the sun is Rojas. Back-to-back fly balls ends the inning. Harrisburg gets a hit, but they strand a runner on. To the 5th we go. Reading leads 1-0.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2022 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community for animals anywhere by visiting humanepa.org.
This is the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor coming to you from the radio booth. When I need to get somewhere in a hurry and the ostrich isn't cutting it, I hop on my Harley Davidson from Classic Harley Davidson. It's your one-stop shop for all your Harley needs. They have everything you need from boots, jackets, t-shirts, gloves, mugs, and oh yeah, they have a great selection of bikes too, which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley-Davidson, and I'll see you at Harley Night.
Here's Jonathan Guzman to start off the 5th inning. Reading leads 1-0 over Harrisburg. Both teams have 3 hits. Guzman takes a first pitch strike. Out of the lefty, Tim Cate, who remains in the game with 57 pitches. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball, third base. Over to first, and out number 1 on the board. Here's Sal Gazzo. Got a single in his last at-bat, scored the first and only run of the game so far. That was back in the 3rd inning. Now he comes up for the 2nd time today. Takes the first pitch ball. Middle infielders back deep, corner infielders playing in here against Sal. Wide stance in the righty batter's box, a switch hitter against the lefty. And he takes one outside ahead in the count, 2-0. This is down and away, and Gazzo has worked himself to a 3-0 count here, trying to get a base runner on in the 5th inning. Reading leads by just 1. They'd love to have a little bit more wiggle room here against Harrisburg. The series tied at 1 apiece. And there is ball 4, a 4-pitch at bat for Sal as he walks down to first. The 2nd walk of the outing here for Tim Cate. And Reading will have a runner on first with 1 out as they go to the top of the order. Here is Johann Rojas. We'll see if he goes with a sacrifice bunt again. He did that back in the 3rd, and then it worked out really well as Vicuña doubled in Gazzo, who got himself into scoring position. There is 1 out on the board right now, so things are a little bit different. And he does keep the bat on his shoulder as he takes a first pitch strike. So he's 0 for 1 today. That sacrifice bunt does not go against you. Cate looks over at first. Gazzo goes back with the throw over. This hits the inside corner, 0-2. Both of these pitchers, not hard velocity guys. They are finesse guys with command, finding their spots. And it's working out well for both of them so far. Here's the 0-2 to Rojas. Clips a piece of it to stay alive. Sal on first after walking, 1 out here. Top of the 5th, Reading leads by 1. Cate comes set, glove at the waist. Looks over at first, now the 0-2. And this is lined into center field. Hangs up in the sky just too long. And Jack Dunn is able to come over and make the grab. Put some really good contact on it there, but just doesn't drop it down. And now there's out number 2 here for Kevin Vicuña. Last time he was up, he doubled descendant Sal Gazzo. Gazzo only on first this time, but still a good runner. They have an opportunity here to do that duo yet again. This is sent up the middle. There to make the play is Baker. And they get the out at first. To Fightin' Phils get a base runner, but they strand him on into the bottom of the fifth. They lead 1-0.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. J.P. Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, MASCARO, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Reading leads 1-0 as Ethan Lindau enters for the bottom of the fifth inning. 57 pitches here for the starter. Brady Lindsay, Gilbert Lara, and Jack Dunn all due up in this frame as Lindsay takes a swinging strike and flies out to left field. 2 pitches and 1 out there for Ethan Lindau. He's being very efficient today. If anybody's being more efficient, it's Tim McCabe, who is just 65 pitches through 5 innings of work. He has allowed 3 hits and 1 run, and Ethan 3 hits but no runs. Looking to keep that 1-run lead here as Gilbert Lara comes up with 1 away. Flew out to right his first time up. He'll take a pitch outside. Some stretching going on in the Fightin's bullpen. Doesn't look like there's any action over in Harrisburg. This is a dribbler up the first base side. Gloving it is Corridor. He'll make the play unassisted. And another 2 pitches puts an out on the board. Top of the order, here is Jack Dunn. He has one of the 3 hits for the Senators today. He actually led off the game with a double, but was stranded out on third, and they've only had 2 hits since. Lefty on righty matchup. The first pitch breaks inside, ball 1. Phillies just beginning their day game today, 1 o'clock start, so glad we'll have that to follow along on. Everybody else in the league, or in the farm system, plays at night. 2 balls and no strikes here. We will check around the league as Portland has a day game as well as Hartford and Somerset, which is fun. 3 out of the 6 league games are day games. Hartford leading Somerset 3-2. They're in the top of the 8th. Obviously, we lead Harrisburg 1-0, and Richmond leading Portland 3-1. They're in the bottom of the 4th. There's a called strike, 3-1. Portland ahead of us in the standings. They are 4 games out in front. And there's a called strike. Lindau getting back in this at-bat very quickly. Hartford is ahead of us by 2.5 games. And then we are in 3rd. 4 games back. Ground ball deep in the hole left side, and Jack Dunn is going to get his 2nd hit of the game. stay on first base. With 2 outs, they have a runner on here for Darren Baker. Ground ball right side. Salgazzo bobbles it, but he makes a good play. Stays calm, gets the ball over to first as quick as he can, and that puts out number 3 on the board. Lindau allows a hit, but he strands him on first, keeps the shutout going. Reading leads 1-0 on to the 6th.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Top 6 at F&B Field. Reading leads 1-0 over the Harrisburg Senators, and it's really turned into a pitcher's duel as Tim Cate enters the top of the 6th. Wendell Rijo, Aldrum Corridor, and McCarthy Tatum all due up. 65 pitches here for the starter. Rijo takes the first pitch, swinging strike, and then a ball outside. The count evens at 1 apiece. Inside, bumping Rijo back out of the batter's box. The Fightin' Phils have 3 hits today, 1 run. They have made an error in the field. And the Senators 4 hits, no runs. Defense has been pretty clean. Rijo, big bat swing, but he comes up with nothing. 2-2. Gets a piece of it to stay alive. 85 degrees now here in Harrisburg. Sun is shining overhead. Couple of clouds, but that's doing nothing. And a slight breeze out to center field. Rijo pops up right side, coming over the first baseman, Marahildo, makes a backhanded catch. In fair territory in the outfield grass to put out number 1 on the board. That was an odd catch, but I guess it worked. Goes behind the back, sticks his glove out, and comes away with it. Here's Aldrum Corridor without number 1. 3 hits today for the Fightins, an RBI double by Vicuña, a single by De La Cruz, and Salgazzo's base hit. Gazzo scored the only run of the game so far. Aldrum Corridor took a walk back in the 2nd, and Gazzo took one in the 5th. So those are all the base runners today for the Fightins. First pitch strike to the lefty. Kate deals, and Corridor lines this over the head of Baker at second. And he'll get himself a hit on for the second time today. With a runner on and one out, here's McCarthy Tatum. Reading has led 1-0 since the third. Looking to increase that lead here as we merge into the back part of this ball game. Tatum a pair of Ks in the contest today. Line drive right to Gilbert Lara, who makes a diving play for it. That was quick off the bat, 106 miles an hour. And the third baseman just made a really nice play over there. That'll put out number 2 on the board with Corridor on first. Here's Carlos De La Cruz. First pitch shot to left field, going back. It's gone. First AA home run for Carlos De La Cruz. And he makes it 3-0 Fightins. Give some love to the bullpen there. That was way out of the ballpark. Had one yesterday about 400 feet to that left center corner when he needed to have it 405. I think everybody was in disbelief that it hung up, but now he sends it way out of the ballpark there. Gets a high five from his teammates in the dugout. First AA home run, check it off the list. And he makes it 3-0 Reading here as he brings home Corridor with him. And here is Herbert Iser. Takes a first pitch strike, and then a ball outside. Checks his swing. They point to the third base umpire for appeal. He doesn't go around 2-1. This is lined into center. Herbert Iser gets his first AA hit. Lots of firsts here as he keeps the inning alive with a base hit. All this is being done on 2 outs. Here is Jonathan Guzman. Now we're going to see a visit out to the mound as pitching coach Justin Lord coming out. Tim Cate reaching 80 offerings here. Nobody up in the bullpen. They've been letting their starters go. Catcher coming out as well. Nobody else from the infield will join that meeting on the mound. It's very quick. They're already breaking up. And now they're back in action here as Jonathan Guzman comes up. Herbert Iser out on first. And 2 outs on the board here in the top of the 6th. Reading leads 3-0. Guzman shoves this into right field, but Justin Connell is there to make the play, and that will end the inning. The Fightin' Phils get 2 runs on 3 hits. That Carlos De La Cruz 2-run blast makes it 3-0 on to the bottom of the 6th here in Harrisburg. Ethan Lindau will get another frame here in the bottom of the 6th. The starter has a 3-run lead now with Carlos De La Cruz's solo shot. And just 68 pitches under his belt. He's seen upwards in the 90s so far this season. We'll see how long manager Sean Williams lets him ride. He's been very efficient so far. Here is Trey Harris, who's down 0-2 quickly here. Deep in the hole at short, Guzman lets it go by him. And with an 0-2 count, Harris gets his first hit of the game. Here's Israel Pineda. Harrisburg's had a leadoff base runner a couple times this game. And Lindau has held them quiet, just 5 hits and no runs on the board. Pineda 0 for 2 today. Lindau's actually only had one 1-2-3 inning of work. He's seen a base runner in every other frame, and he hasn't let anybody come home. So working very well out of the stretch here. Sends a strike into Pineda, the DH for the game. He has a runner on first and nobody out. This is chipped to second base. Gazzo backhands the flip play. Guzman puts a glove on the runner. They can't turn 2. And Harris actually gives him some credit for that. What a play by the shortstop. And his manager is going to come over and argue. I don't know if you can really make a case after your runner high-fives the defender for a play. The throw was over the head of Guzzi. He makes a fantastic grab out of the sky, and then he comes down with all of his momentum to put the tag on a runner. So reaching on a fielder's choice is Pineda. They get the leadoff runner at second and put it out on the board. Sal had no choice but to backhand that, his momentum coming the exact opposite direction. Throw was a little bit over the head of Guzman, and they were able to at least get one out there. And that could change this entire inning. First pitch strike to Justin Connell. He's been on twice today, once on an error, once on a single. Corridor puts a good tag on his runner, but they don't get anything out of it. That's step off number 1. Reading leads 3 runs on 6 hits, capped off by that 2-run blast by De La Cruz. Big swing and a miss out of Lindau, and he's got Connell 0-2. Runner on first is Pineda. No stolen bases, no attempts this season for the catcher, although he is in the game as the DH role today. This is lined up the third base side foul. Big swing and a miss. Ethan picks up a huge strikeout here with a runner on first in the 6th. We're out number 2 on the board, just his second K of the game, but it comes at a very good time. And here is Jackson Clough with a runner on and 2 away. Looks for a bunt, but he chips it foul. Runner on first, Pineda. 2 outs on the board here. Lindau trying to get us through 6. The lefty deals. Sharply struck right into the glove of Aldrum corridor, puts his foot on the bag for good measure. That was an excellent play by the first baseman to end the frame. Senators get a base runner, but they can't bring one home. Reading takes their 3-0 lead into the 7th.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries. But only Lidl has really low prices. Like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Really good defensive work by the Fightin Phils helps them get out of the 6th inning clean. Into Lindau, still pitching a shutout as we head into the 7th. Reading leads 3-0 over the Harrisburg Senators. Sal Gazzo takes a first pitch ball and then sends one foul into the stands. A pitching change for the Harrisburg Senators as Tim Cate's day is done after 6 innings of work. He allows 3 runs on 6 hits, including the Daylight Cruz home run, and he'll pass the ball over to Edgar Garcia here in the 7th. Gazzo sends this back foul. Strike 2. Tim Cate was out there for 80 pitches. Ethan Lindau has 80 pitches as well. They both get quality starts, but Lindau's looks completely different. There is somebody up in the Fightin's bullpen now. Looks like perhaps Tyler McKay, so the starter's day might be done. And if it is, what a job. Gazzo goes down swinging, batting from the left side here against the righty Garcia for the first time today. There is out number 1 on the board. And here is the top of the order with Johann Rojas. Rojas 0 for 2 today. Did have that really important sac bunt that allowed a runner to move into scoring position. He sends the first pitch he sees foul into the picnic area. This is sent out to right center field. It's kind of in no man's land. Everybody coming in. The shortstop, Clough, gets a glove on it as he flips over his center fielder, and the catch is made. 4 men come in with it. Somebody does come up with the baseball, and everybody's somehow able to walk away uninjured. It wasn't that there was no communication. It's just that everybody's momentum was going so fast. The center fielder slid to get out of the way, and Clough barreled over him, impressively keeping the ball in his glove. puts out number 2 on the board. Here's Kevin Vicuña. Right now, Vicuña has that go-ahead RBI with his double to score Salgado last frame, or back in the third, excuse me. In the last frame, though, Carlos De La Cruz really broke it a little bit open, 3-0, as we're in the top of the 7th, which is a lot in what's been a pitcher's duel. Now, as both teams go to the bullpen, we'll see how things shift. Up and inside to Vicuña, and the count evens 1-1. Reading 6 hits, the Senators 5. The Fightins have made an error in the field. Harrisburg's been clean. And Kevin checks his swing. He does go around. Edgar Garcia steps in on the right side of the rubber. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs, and Vicuña goes down swinging. A 1-2-3 frame out of the bullpen. Stretch time here at the ballpark. The Fightins lead 3-0. Into the bottom of the 7th here. Tyler McKay comes out for the lefty Ethan Lindau. 6 innings of shutout ball. Marihildo grounds this past the diving Jonathan Guzman on the left side. Harrisburg will lead off with a base hit. Marihildo gets on first. Here's Brady Lindsley. Tyler McKay has seen a team high in groundouts so far this season. And now is a perfect time for another, or a double play, ground ball double plays. And now here's another opportunity with Brady Lindsley up on the left side. The righty deals first game back off the development list, with Reyes going to Jersey Shore. Back-to-back balls outside to Lindsley. In his last appearance, McKay, 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs across. It's been pretty solid for the R-Phils after being called up about mid-season to help us out in the bullpen. Leadoff single by Marihildo puts a runner on first. And the 2-1 is shot back foul 2-2. Reading leads 3-0 here in the bottom of the 7th. Both teams do have 6 hits. Camp kids cheering on the hometown Senators. Do appreciate how invested they've been in this game after light crowds here at F&B Field. But looking forward to the weekend. Runner going, a line drive, bloops into left. Acuna racing in, but he just can't get there in time. It sounded like maybe the bat chipped a little bit there. I can see the bat boys looking at it too, thinking the same thing I am. And back-to-back singles for the Senators. Put some traffic on the base pass here for Tyler McKay. And here is the number 9 hitter, Gilbert Lara. Final line on the starter, Ethan Lindau. 6 innings of 5-hit ball, no runs across as Lara looks to lay down the bunt, but he pulls back for ball number 1. 1 walk and 2 strikeouts for the starter, and he gets 80 pitches. He's been very efficient in his past 2 starts, and he'll hand the ball over to the bullpen as McKay has been out here in the bottom of the 7th, working with a 3-run lead. This is lined. Getting it at the ankles is Carlos De La Cruz in right. What a play by the right fielder. Reached down and snagged it right before it bounced on the ground. Really good defensive work out of Reading today. That would have for sure at least loaded the bases if it touched the ground there. And instead it puts an out on the board. It keeps both runners where they are, Marihildo on second, Lindsley on first. And now there's out number 1 as we go back to the top of the order here for Jack Dunn. You never know what really good play is going to be what changes the game. First pitch strike to Jack Dunn. He is 2 for 3 today, 2 of the Senators' 7 hits. Series tied at 1 apiece. Reading looking to move up in the standings today. This is a blooper to the first baseman corridor. Goes to double up Marihildo at second. He gets back in time. We've seen a lot of awkwardly hit baseballs today. A lot of aggressive swinging, a lot of first pitch swinging. And it's worked out in favor of the Fightins so far. First pitch strike called, second one as well here to Darren Baker. 2 on and 2 out. The Senators have been shut out through 6 innings. Trying to keep that here in the 7th. Reading leads by 3 as we near the back end of this ball game. 0-2. Fouled up the first base side. We'll go again. Pitch is inside. Ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball, 2 hops. Salgazzo's all over it onto first. And after a back-to-back leadoff hits, Tyler McKay stays cool, calm, and collected, and he gets out of the frame clean. On to the 8th we go. Reading leads 3-0. Wendell Rijo swings on the first pitch he sees in the top of the 8th inning. And he flies out to left field. And here is Aldrum Corridor. New pitcher Carson Teal out for Garcia, who pitched a 1-2-3 frame, but they move on from him. To the lefty Teal. And he sends Aldrum Corridor a first pitch strike. Aldrum, a single in his last at-bat, scored on De La Cruz's home run, also walked today, so 1 for 2. Lefty Teal goes off speed inside, 2 balls and a strike. Phillies also have a day game today against the Marlins. They are scoreless in the top of the 2nd. Kyle Gibson on the rubber. This is popped up left side, jogging over Lara in foul territory. He makes the catch for out number 2. Luke Williams playing for the Marlins singled on a pop-up there, threatening in the top of the 2nd. I wonder what a single on a pop-up looks like. I'm going to have to watch that back at some point when I can. Two outs on the board, top of the 8th. Reading leads 3-0. Here is McCarthy Tatum. Teal hits the outside corner. Got him 1-1. It's a high five. This is popped up. It's going to head into the stand, so he'll get to go again. But now with 2 strikes. Holds off, but it's a called strike 3. A quick 1-2-3 frame out of the reliever Carson Teal. The bullpen has thrown 2 quick innings against the Fightin' Phils to keep them quiet. But they lead 3-0 on to the bottom of the 8th we go here in Harrisburg, PA.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the First Energy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phil season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin' Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next R-Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Tyler McKay is going to get another inning here. Take on the bottom of the 8th with a 3-run lead for the Fightin' Phils. Allowed 2 hits back in the 7th, but ended up getting out of the frame clean. He'll see the righty Trey Harris the first pitch ball. Then he'll come home and get a swinging strike fouled back. Miami does get a run across back in the top of the second. And so they lead 1-0 going into the bottom half. The Phillies try to get that back. This is chipped off his hand. Oh, man. That looked painful. He's arguing, saying it hit him. And Harris is emphatically arguing with DeBrouwer, who said he fouled it off the plate. And they're going to come in and push their batter out. As the manager, Trip Keister, comes over to talk about this call for him. They rushed in, trying to push him out. Do not want him to get in trouble here. Giving him a second to cool off. Who was that? The developmental coach, Oscar Salazar, raced in from first base. And they're not going to get the call they're looking for. They're going to say it fouled off over the plate. He's still talking here to the home plate umpire. Count will move to 1-2. Ground ball, Salgazzo deep at second. A good throw to first, and they get him. Really good defensive work today for the Fightin' Phils. Cruising through the Senators' order. They lead 3 runs on 6 hits, no runs on 7 hits for Harrisburg. So they're actually out hitting the Fightins, but they just haven't been able to do it with the runners on. And so with 1 away, here's Israel Pineda. First pitch strike. McKay hits 93 with the fastball. This is sent foul back into the netting behind home plate. 0-2 the count. Past the pitcher, a flip play by Gazzo, and he does it. McKay points to his second baseman. Great effort by Sal. First, the range. Second, to move his momentum that's going into left field towards first. And they pick up out number 2. Here is Justin Connell. Connell takes a first pitch strike inside. It's been on twice today, once on an error, once on a hit. This is sent out to right center field. De La Cruz reaches up and right in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. 3 impressive outs from the Fightin' Phils here to throw up a clean 8th. Back-to-back zeros for Tyler McKay as we head into the top of the 9th. 3 outs left for each team, and the Fightin' Phils lead by 3.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $19. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. This selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Unlike any other area in First Energy Stadium, the Savage 61 dugout suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, abilities in motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite start at $25 and include options to add food and drink packages.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer and Stockertown Beverage throughout the 2022 season. Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2022 season and through our partner at Soccertown Beverage. Mao Beer will be on site for all of our Fiesta Friday games with samplings of their amazing Cinco Estrellas Lager. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
Into the ninth inning here, Reading leads 3-0. Carlos De La Cruz, Herbert Iser, and Jonathan Guzman will due up. As Carson Teal gets another inning of work from the left side, he sat down the Fightin Phils in order on 10 pitches back in the 8th. And De La Cruz takes a first pitch ball and then a strike. He had that 2-run blast for his first AA home run in the 6th that made this game a little bit more out of reach from the Senators. This is ripped down the left field line, but it just ropes foul, and he's going to have to go up. Brian Marconi warming up for the Fightin Phils as this is a save situation at this point. Obviously, Reading has a chance to really put it out of reach for the Senators. Brian leads the Eastern League in saves. 15 on the season. Hartford's Gavin Hollowell has 13, and he's actually, last I checked, up there in the top 5 in minor league baseball. Here's the 1-2. Piece of it got by De La Cruz as he sends it back foul into the Fightin Phils dugout. Here's the 2-2 from the lefty to the righty. Another one down the third base side. This time manager Sean Williams tries to make a play. We should definitely check the standings of the other teams now as Reading coming down to the wire on their game. This is sent foul onto the roof. He'll keep his 2-2 count. There's 2 other day games going on. Hartford tops Somerset 4-2. That's a big win for them because they are in second in the standings. And Gavin Hollowell got his 14th save of the season. And then Richmond leading Portland 3-1. They're in the top of the 8th. De La Cruz chases for strike 3. Behind on the fastball, and there is out number 1. A hard-fought battle there by Carlos, but it'll end with a 2-hit day. And there's out number 1 for Herbert Iser. Iser got his first AA hit in his last at-bat. Reading scored the first run back in the third. Kevin Vicuña doubled home Sal Gazzo. 2 runs came across on Carlos De La Cruz's 2-run blast. And Iser is going to drop this in right center field. Turns the corner at first. He's going to pull up there. And a 2-hit day for the catcher in his first AA game. Jonathan Guzman comes up with a runner on and 1 out. He's 0 for 3 today. Sends back foul the first pitch he sees. Inside. One. Little bit of shade provided by the clouds here late in this game. It's still 85 degrees, warm and sunny. Just a slight breeze blowing out to left as Guzzi holds off on a ball down and away. 2-1. And the kids still out here chanting as a part of the camp day. They announced 4,186. That's the announced crowd. Not quite, I don't think. Guzman chases a fastball upstairs, 91 out of Carson Teal. Pitch number 24 in relief here. Teal was added back to the roster from Rochester to start the series on Tuesday. Inside, and Guzman works a full count here. Teal goes over to first. Iser gets back there in time. Step off number 1. His head's on the roof, and he'll keep his full count. Good game. It's been a fun one. Reading looking to take the series lead. They're tied up at 1. Payoff pitch. Ground ball left side. Just rolls foul of the third base bag. And he's going to have to go back. He's certainly working Carson Teal. That was offering number 7. Guzman sends this down the right field line. It's, guess what? Foul. We'll go again. 1 out here, top of the 9th. Reading leads 3-0. Both teams have 7 hits. The Fightin' Phils did make an error in the field, but it didn't account for anything. They do have Herbert Iser on first. And Jonathan Guzman has worked an 8-pitch at bat here to a full count. Teal comes home. Fouled back into the Fightin' Phils dugout. Jalen Ortiz snags that. Runner on first, 1 out. Here's the payoff pitch. Guzman fouls it back again. And now we will see pitch number 10 of the AB. Everybody's got to get tired out there. They do have somebody warming up in their bullpen. Teal, 30-plus offerings now. Shuffling off the bag at first is Iser. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. A 11-pitch at bat for Jonathan Guzman, and he wins the battle, taking a walk down to first. That moves Iser into scoring position. And here is Sal Gazzo. And I think, no, it's just the pitching coach. There is a meeting on the mound here. Justin Lord coming out, as well as the catcher, Lindsey. Gazzo 1 for 2 today with a run scored and a walk. Still represents that go-ahead run as Harrisburg's being shut out. They will see the bottom of the 9th as the home team, though. Reading has had quite a number of shutouts this season. Just go back in my game notes here. They've had 7 shutout wins and 6 shutout losses. Their last shutout win, July 16th versus New Hampshire. Here's Carson Teal to the number 9 hitter, Salgazzo. He takes a called strike. He's batting from the right side here against the lefty Teal. He has 2 on and just 1 out. Ground ball left side. 6, underhanded pass to 4. The throw to first is good. Guzzi slides right in to Jackson Clough, but he's still able to flip the ball over. A double play will end the inning. The Fightin' Phils do get a hit, and they strand a runner on. On to the bottom of the 9th we go. They'll take their 3-run lead for Brian Marconi.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spend time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check it out.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike.
In for the 9th is Brian Marconi, and pinch hitting for Harrisburg is Andrew Young. He grounds out on the first pitch he sees to the third baseman, Wendell Rio. And on 1 pitch, there is 1 out for the closer, Brian Marconi. Marconi working for his 16th save of the season, which would be league leading. He'll see Marihildo and Lindsley now. Lefty warmed up for Tuesday's game. It ended up being a blowout, so this is his first appearance of the series. As the lefty sees the righty Marihildo, a first pitch strike. Brian gets a big swing and a miss, down 0-2. Last season, he led the Fightin' Phils in saves and ended up being named the team's pitcher of the year and a league's top reliever. So all in the Eastern League, as he recorded a total of 15 saves and 16 attempts. He has the opportunity to beat that here with a lot of games left and opportunity number 16 knocking at the door right now. Marihildo gets a piece of it back to stay alive. Lefty comes home in the dirt. Will go again, 1-2. Now I'm going to look, where does he rank in minor league baseball? Last I checked, he was tied for 3rd in all of minor league baseball. But things change quick. Here's the 1-2. Up and in, 2-2. All right, saves. So he is still tied for third with 15. There are 4 minor league players with 15 saves. There is a player with 19 and a player with 22. That leads the league. That is Robinson. That is Cam Robinson, who's pitched in 2 levels this year, but he's currently in Biloxi in the Brewers organization. So he leads with 22. Marconi in third with 15. A chance to take sole third as he misses inside. The count now full with a 16 save. But he's going to have to get 2 more outs here. Reading leads by 3 late in this game. Both teams 7 hits. The Fightin' Phils have dominated offensively the entire time. Harrisburg's got base runners, don't get me wrong, but they've left them on as the payoff pitch comes outside. Here's a walk down to first with 1 out and 1 on. Here's the catcher, Brady Lindsley. They do have a couple people still left on their bench. They've got Daniel Johnson and Rudy Martin if they want to pinch hit again. Johnson's had a good series. I'm surprised they went with Young over him, perhaps with the lefty matchup. That makes a difference. 2 clean innings out of Tyler McKay, just allowing 2 hits, nothing else across on 26. So really good showing from the righty reliever as Marconi gets a strike on the inside corner. Shot out to center field, going over and making the catch is Rojas. The crowd thought it had a lot more on it than it did. And there is out number 2 on the board. Staying put at first was Marihildo, and here is Gilbert Lara. First pitch outside. Harrisburg down to their final out here. They do have a base runner on first with 2 away in the bottom of the 9th. Reading leads 3-0. And I'll check on Portland here in just a second. Wild pitch gets away from Iser. That puts a runner in scoring position as Marihildo jogs over to second. Two and out. Portland trails by 3 in the bottom of the 8th inning. They are at home, and they have walked it off against Richmond twice this series. Flips the inside corner. 2-1. Runner on second. 2 outs here, bottom 9. Reading leads by 3. A chance to take this series 2-1. Move up in the Eastern League standings. Marconi deals big swing and a miss at Lara, and he's down 2-2. Runner on second, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2, just up and away. The count is full. Marconi trying to slam the door shut. The Fightin' Phils have kept a shutout game through 8 2/3. There's a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. The payoff pitch, line into left field. That's going to break up the shutout here as Vicuña plays it off the wall. He sends it into second. That holds up Lara at first. An RBI single in the top of the 9th inning. Or the bottom of the 9th inning. Ooh. Here's the top of the order with Jack Dunn. Now he represents the tying run here as Reading leads by just 2. And Gilbert Lara out on first. Marconi does have 2 outs. First pitch ball. Lefty deals misses outside 2-0, and now he's going to see a visit from his catcher, Herbert Iser, who has seen Jack Dunn all game long, and he is 2 for 4. Not a guy you want to miss with. Runner on first. 2 outs. Here's the 2-0. 3-0. There's a called strike. Fastball hitting 89. Here's the 3-1. That's ball 4, and Jack Dunn is going to walk down to first. That puts the tying run on first base, the go-ahead run at the plate in Darren Baker. And this is the bottom of the 9th inning, so Harrisburg would be walking it off. Would be. They're not going to. Let's check in on the Phillies. I've seen a couple of their plays so far, watching it back. They're only down by 1 in the top of the 4th inning. They do have 3 hits so far today. Alec Boehm, Derek Hall, and Garrett Stubbs. The meeting at the mound is being broken up by the home plate umpire, pitching coach Matt Hockenberry jogging back into the dugout. Iser going back behind home plate. That's the second mound visit here of this frame. Lara on second, tying run on first in Dunn, and go-ahead runner at the plate in Darren Baker, who is 0 for 4 today, and he will bat from the left side against the lefty Marconi. Reading leads 3-1 here, but Harrisburg threatening in the final frame. First pitch inside corner, called strike. Oh, 1 misses inside, 1-1. One up above the letters, 2-1. Marconi's got 2 outs. Just need the third. Line drive into left, coming over, putting a glove on it is Kevin Vicuña, and there is out number 3. Harrisburg threatens in the bottom of the 9th, but Brian Marconi picks up his league-leading 16th save of the season. He falls in 3rd in all of minor league baseball and saves a career high for Brian as the Fightin' Phils pick up a 3-1 win. Ethan Lindau gets his 4th victory of the season, and the Fightin' Phils move to 2-1 on the series. Final time, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Crowd 4,186. A big victory for the Fightin' Phils. They kept a shutout into the 8th inning, and they win 3-1, even though Harrisburg out-hits them 8-7, and they make an error in the field. But Reading moves to 2-1 on the series. Tomorrow night we go back to night games, 7 o'clock. Nighttime game. TBD for the Fightin' Phils. Jake Irvin, righty for the Harrisburg Senators. Reading leads the series 2-1. Your final score, Reading 3, Harrisburg 1. Fans, thanks so much.